Hello and welcome to Sunday. It's currently 10 o'clock in the morning, and well, I've been hinting at something going on today for a few days now. And, well, let's talk about that. So, if you remember a couple weeks back, I went to whatever store and picked up some leather polish to polish off these guys, which are some boots that I got 5 years ago now, I think. That sounds about right. And really love them. Got to take good care of them. And did that, healed them up. Probably should do another coat, but they came out great, right? Nice and shiny, nice, cared for, like good as new. So that got me thinking. What if I just started doing leatherworking? I've always wanted to, like, I want a real leather jacket, right? As opposed to a, um, pleather stuff, like faux leather or whatever. I hate faux leather stuff. And, I figured, well, if I want to, like, a real leather wall or like a real kind of leather thing, I could just make it myself. So I asked some friends, have you guys ever done any leatherworking stuff? And they said, oh yeah, well, and I got some links to whatever website. They're like, oh yeah, go to these websites, you can buy kits. And these kits, they could go from anywhere from as simple as making it like a bag or a purse or whatever. That's literally, oh, just screw these things in and you're done. And then you can paint it whatever color. I was like, oh, that's kind of neat, but I want something more kind of like hands-on. And they do have that, but it's just, oh, the stuff that they have is not really interesting to me. Some things need to be threaded or whatever, or you take a literal raw piece of leather hide and just start making things with it. And with me, a complete beginner, I don't want to start with oh, well, this is the easiest thing where it's just you literally just take a pre-cut piece of, I'm gonna put these down. A pre-cut, actually, yeah, a pre-cut piece of leather, and just not even stitches together. It's just like screw in like a piece of metal to it, and then it'll be stuck. Like, that's it. I want to do some like actual stitching, or like try and do something of that nature. Maybe like a little bit of cutting or something. But there really isn't anything too crazy about that, right? Like, there isn't really anything there. So was talking with one of the people who suggested one of the sites, and same person who actually sent me. Oh, you can't see Alfred. Alfred over here, maybe. But I was talking with them, and they were like, "Hey, this company called Tandy Leather actually has physical locations where you can take classes." And I was like, "Ooh, that sounds really, really interesting." So I look up the nearest place that has classes, or like the nearest location. Turns out it's right here in Queens. It's like a half an hour drive. It's actually like right around the block from a bar that I've gone to twice in May. Purgatory, if you remember. I went to the Cheem show and saw Cheem, Crush Fun, No Good With Secrets, Wifey, and then also a couple weeks later I saw Wifey again, but along with Teens in Trouble, Bat Boy, and Hasty. And it's right around the block, so, or like right around the street. So I figured, oh, well, I know the area, I can just go there. And it was like looking at classes that were upcoming. Turns out today there is a class on making a belt. Not just any belt, a snakeskin belt. And it's an intermediate class, and I have zero experience, but I do have a background in sewing. My mom sewed basically all of her life, same with my grandmother, and I know how to sew, and I know how to do all kind of things like that. So I think those skills should translate over well, but being an absolute beginner, it's going to be a bit of a different situation. So I figured, well, I'll just go in and learn from there, right? So, belts is something I've always wanted to make, like a real leather belt. If you peep my belt rack that you can't even see, it's all kind of, actually we can just like kind of show it, right? If we go over here, hopefully that's not too crazy. Yeah. So I've got like belts hanging here, and these are some of them might be genuine leather, but like others probably not. And I'm very fond of like these white belts, but you could see it's not real leather because real leather doesn't do. Oh, lighting is terrible. Real leather doesn't like do this, or they don't make white leather. And it's like coming apart. Yeah, it might be real. But it's hard to say for things like this, right? And the buckle is kind of like, I really like this buckle too, but that, I think that's my belt that I'm going to wear today. But then we have another one like this, which is well worn. Oof. That should probably throw this out. Because again, real leather doesn't do that. You can't even see it because of the lighting. If I turn off the light, does that work? There you go. That's so much better. Real leather doesn't. No, it's not, because I need to lower. Yeah, ISO go a bit lower. Yeah, real leather doesn't do that. It also doesn't do that. And that's how you can tell, because it doesn't, like, real leather doesn't flake. So I really like, these kinds of belts where it just has like this little thing, just to like, we just go in like that. Like, that's perfect for me. So I figured, well, of all the snakeskin belts that they offer, they offer them in a variety of different colors, and hopefully this store has, them in a white color, or I could do black, or I could just do something completely different. And we'll see what happens when I get there. But I'm very much looking forward to it. And by the end of this, I'll have a new belt and won't need these anymore. Or at least I'll need a couple, but at that point, it's just, I can just make my own now. And that would be so, so sick. Of course, I would need specialty hardware, but I do intend on possibly making some other purchases there and going from there and seeing what I end up buying. Again, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very much looking forward to this. It starts at 12, and right now it's like 10. So I'm going to finish doing laundry, because I need to do that, and then leave home in about an hour. So I'm going to go get ready. Going to go do a bunch of things, and see you guys in a bit. Okay, so we're in the car. It's raining, it's a bit cold, but class was a lot of fun. I took a couple, only like 2 pictures of like the area, but I'll explain more when we get back home, because I got some fun stuff to talk about. See you there. Okay, and we're back at home. Is things okay? Things look okay. Good. So, here is the belt I ended up making. It was a very, very fun process, like super, super cool. How do I show this? But yeah, you can see it's like actual snakeskin. In fact, they let you keep some of the snakeskin. So hanging right here is this like some snake hide, which is really, really neat. Like it's still got glue on it, so I need to mess with that in a bit. But yeah, we got this super, super neat belt, and it was a lot of fun. It's just, so they let you keep the scrap. So here's the scrap of belt, and I basically cut it off like right here, right, like this, and just cut that. And this was taken from a raw hide, so you cut the hide, and then it's like, let's take this and like lay it over, mark out like where you're gonna cut, and then you just shape it, and then you glue down the hide and everything, and then um, you like you sew it, and then start punching holes in it, and then put the things on, and there you go. It's that simple. It was a whole process, right? It's a lot of effort, and but it was so much fun. And despite it being an intermediate class, I found it to be, at least for me, it felt very, almost like it felt like it was a good beginner class. So, I was messaging the friend who recommended it to me, and they're immediately like, "Oh, my husband is like, like very, very interested." So, it was like, "Okay, cool. I'm gonna like, yeah. Here's everything that happened." I also picked up two kits. One would be this, which is the Phoenix tote kit, which is just like a tote bag that you need to like kind of like sew together, and yeah, it says you will need a thread cutter or scissors, which is the only thing you need. And then I also picked up another one, which was a crossover body bag. In fact, let me grab the instruction manual, which is right here. So this is it. Basically, it's saying, hey, here's how you put it together, which is dead simple. Like, all you need is a screwdriver, right? It comes with like little pins and everything. And then I can just show you because it's right in my lap. So first thing, you gotta make like a little braid for like a little accent piece. It also has the screws and the chain as well. But you just basically take this pre-punched sheet of leather, and then like literally like line up these two these two tabs right here, and then once those are lined up, you just oh gosh, it's much harder to do. Like, I was able to do it. Like, if I'm doing it fast, it's much more difficult. But like literally, there you go. Oof. I think that's it. This goes here. This goes there. And you have a nice little bag, right? It's literally that easy, but you just need to rivet things down and screw them in. Like, literally all you need is a screwdriver for that. But I figured it'd be like a little nice thing to just, give away as a gift. And my cousin's birthday was yesterday, and I have a few things for her, which I will deliver soon. But I figured, hey, if I'm gonna be doing stuff like that, this would be like a cute little gift to do. So figured, why not? So I've been kind of just like working this all evening, making it a bit more pliable, because like they say, oils from your skin will change the leather over time, and very much will. Like, it'll get darker, it'll get textured. The back of my phone has like a leather kind of thing on it, but this is a great introduction to leatherwork, and I'm super happy to have made this belt, because man, it's just so cool to just go somewhere and then immediately come out with, oh hey, guess what, I made this like with my hands. And that's really cool. Just from, and now it's just, oh, it's a conversation piece. When I doubt that some other people we were taking class with, they're like, oh yeah, I'll do like a hot pink snakeskin belt. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. And then one of the other people, like, they got the buckle, which was just actual snakes, which was hilarious. I went with something classic, but it's so simple just to swap out the buckle. It would take like, less than a minute, because all you need to do is just pop this off and then just swap out the buckle like that. It was so much fun, and just like, again, being able to just go in and learn like that's, and then you walk out with like something that you can actually wear for years and years to come. Like, that's so neat. So neat. But anyway, that's what I'm gonna call it for today. It's late. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm tired from making this all day. But it's really cool. Okay, that's what we're gonna call it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow. And until then, later.